We are living in a moment of silent revolution, one not marked by guns or flags, but by lines of code and neural networks. Artificial intelligence is no longer a science fiction fantasy. It's the invisible force reshaping the economy, geopolitics, and the human experience. In AI Superpowers, Kai-Fu Lee reveals a brewing power struggle, not between nations, but between tech ecosystems. Silicon Valley, once the undisputed king of innovation, now faces a relentless challenger. China, rising fast and learning even faster. This isn't just a tale of who's got the most engineers or the best algorithms. It's about two drastically different ideologies competing to shape the future. Silicon Valley runs on idealism, disruption, and venture capital. China runs on speed, scale, and a cutthroat drive to win at all costs. Where the West idealizes the genius founder, China bets on execution, iteration, and an unstoppable work ethic. These differences have turned the race for AI dominance into something far more complex than a simple tech rivalry. It's a cultural and strategic clash that will define our century. What's at stake? Everything. The way we work, the way we shop, learn, heal, travel, and even feel. The AI revolution is not coming. It's already here. And as Kai-Fu Lee argues, the future will be decided not just by the best technology, but by who controls the data, the platforms, and the minds that shape them. Welcome to the New World Order, built not by governments, but by algorithms. Silicon Valley didn't become a global tech giant by accident. It was the perfect storm of government funding, elite universities, risk-taking investors, and a culture that celebrated failure as a stepping stone to success. From the early days of semiconductors to the rise of Google, Facebook, and Tesla, the Valley built an empire based on bold visions and the belief that the smartest people in the room could change the world, one app at a time. Innovation was religion, and disruption was the daily prayer. But with all its brilliance, Silicon Valley also became a bubble, an echo chamber obsessed with unicorn valuations, growth hacking, and endless rounds of funding. It focused heavily on the idea and less on the execution. Founders became rock stars, and innovation became marketing. While Silicon Valley remained in love with elegant algorithms and moonshot ideas, it started to ignore a harsh truth. The world doesn't always reward the most elegant idea. It rewards the one that scales the fastest. This is where China started gaining ground. While the West debated ethics and valuations, China built. Copycats turned into powerhouses. User growth exploded. Entire industries were digitized seemingly overnight. And while Silicon Valley still believed in the long game, Chinese tech companies were playing to win today. The Valley created the rules, but China broke them and rewrote the game. Just a decade ago, China's tech industry was mocked for being a nation of copycats. American companies saw Chinese startups as imitators, not innovators. But that perception missed something vital: the hunger. Chinese entrepreneurs weren't just copying. They were studying, learning, and adapting with lightning speed. And more importantly, they were scaling at a pace that left even Silicon Valley stunned. What began as imitation evolved into fierce innovation, driven by survival instincts and brutal market competition. China's digital economy grew in a pressure cooker. While Silicon Valley startups might compete against 5 rivals, Chinese startups battle hundreds, sometimes thousands, of similar apps and services. The result? A tech ecosystem that rewards relentless execution, insane work hours, and rapid iteration. Apps like WeChat became digital Swiss Army knives, offering everything from payments to dating to doctor appointments, all within a single interface. In China, the line between online and offline life disappeared almost overnight. This intense environment created a new kind of tech giant, agile, aggressive, and deeply integrated into everyday life. Companies like Alibaba, Tencent, and ByteDance became not just businesses, but part of the national infrastructure. The government didn't just support this growth, it embraced it. While the US debated tech regulation, China streamlined access to data and talent. In the race for AI dominance, China wasn't just catching up, it was setting the pace. Artificial intelligence doesn't thrive on talent alone, it feeds on data. And in the digital age, data is the new oil. The more you have, the smarter your AI becomes. China, with its 1.4 billion people living increasingly digital lives, has more data than any other country on Earth. Every click, scan, purchase, and conversation becomes part of a massive feedback loop that trains algorithms faster and more efficiently than anywhere else in the world. But it's not just about quantity, it's about access. In the West, privacy laws and cultural norms make data harder to collect and use. In China, data flows more freely between government and corporations, especially in sectors like transportation, healthcare, and finance. This gives Chinese AI companies an edge, not only in building better products, but in creating systems that adapt in real time. From smart cities to facial recognition, China's AI isn't just theoretical, it's operational. This tidal wave of data is supercharging Chinese innovation. Autonomous vehicles, delivery robots, and AI-powered customer service are already part of everyday life in many Chinese cities. While Silicon Valley talks about the future, China is living in it. And the fuel behind it all isn't flashy innovation, it's relentless, real-world data. In this race, theory bows to scale, and China has both. Kai-Fu Lee breaks down the rise of artificial intelligence into 4 major waves, each one more transformative than the last. The first wave, Internet AI, uses data from online behavior to make smarter predictions. Think recommendation engines on YouTube or personalized ads on Facebook. Silicon Valley led this wave, but China caught up quickly with platforms like Taobao, Tencent, and ByteDance that generate even more user data from a population 3 times larger than the US. The second wave is business AI, where companies use structured data, like bank transactions or hospital records, to optimize decisions. Here, China had less of a head start, but it's gaining rapidly. As government support grows and industries digitize, Chinese businesses are feeding massive data sets into AI models to detect fraud, improve logistics, and even diagnose diseases. AI is moving from the lab into the heart of the economy. The third and fourth waves are where things get truly futuristic. Perception AI, the third wave, allows machines to see and hear, powering facial recognition, autonomous drones, and surveillance systems. China is already deploying this tech at scale, with cameras tracking traffic, crime, and even classroom behavior. And the fourth wave, autonomous AI, is where machines act on their own. Self-driving cars, delivery bots, and AI agents. While both China and the US are racing in this space, the winner may be the one willing to accept and deploy these machines first, not just build them. While data is the fuel of AI, talent is the engine. The global demand for AI specialists, machine learning engineers, data scientists, and algorithm designers is exploding. Both China and the US are racing to attract, train, and retain the brightest minds. In this arena, Silicon Valley still has an edge. World-class universities, open research culture, and access to global talent give the US a strong foundation. Some of the best AI breakthroughs still come from labs at Stanford, MIT, and Google Brain. But China is catching up fast. Very fast. The Chinese government has declared AI a national priority, pouring billions into education and research. Top-tier universities are expanding AI departments, and state-sponsored programs are luring back Chinese PhDs trained abroad. While the US often waits for market forces to solve talent shortages, China takes a top-down approach. If they need more AI experts, they build schools, create jobs, and train armies of coders. Fast. What's emerging is a dual system. Silicon Valley remains a hub of deep research and groundbreaking theory, while China focuses on scale, speed, and implementation. In the long run, the question isn't who has the smartest individual geniuses, but who can build the largest, most coordinated AI workforce. And right now, China's machine is accelerating with terrifying momentum. In Silicon Valley, the startup is king. The mythology of 2 founders in a garage disrupting an entire industry is baked into the culture. Venture capital flows like water, and failure is worn like a badge of honor. It's a playground for dreamers, where innovation often outpaces regulation. But this startup-first model can also be slow to scale. Many promising ideas die before they mature, lost in the long tunnel of monetization and competition. China takes a different path. While American entrepreneurs focus on innovation, Chinese founders obsess over execution. Instead of reinventing the wheel, they refine it, expand it, and deploy it across massive markets with breathtaking speed. The ecosystem supports this urgency. Giant platforms like Alibaba and Tencent offer distribution channels, funding, and even AI toolkits to turbocharge promising startups. This makes it easier for Chinese companies to scale fast and dominate niches before competitors even notice. This difference in approach creates two radically different tech landscapes. The US is filled with disruptive ideas that may take years or decades to find their market. China is filled with companies that may not be original, but are already profitable, scalable, and deeply embedded into users' lives. In the AI arms race, having the better idea matters. But getting it into billions of hands before anyone else? That's how you win. In the United States, the government's role in AI is often cautious, reactive, and limited. Policy debates revolve around ethics, data privacy, and the potential dangers of automation. While noble, this regulatory hesitation has also slowed AI deployment. The US prefers to let the market lead, trusting innovation to emerge organically. This approach protects individual rights, but often leaves massive gaps between cutting-edge research and real-world implementation. China, however, sees AI as a strategic imperative. The government isn't just a referee, it's a co-pilot. From smart city initiatives to facial recognition in public transport, Chinese authorities actively integrate AI into infrastructure. Policies are rolled out top-down with astonishing speed, backed by huge funding, vast data sharing agreements, and strong collaboration between state agencies and private companies. It's a technocratic approach. Efficiency over debate, speed over consensus. This divergence creates two powerful models of AI development. The US model values freedom, competition, and innovation, at the risk of fragmentation. The Chinese model prioritizes coordination, scalability, and state support, at the cost of some individual privacy and dissent. Both models are flawed, both are powerful. But one thing is clear, the government's stance on AI will shape not just economies, but societies. As AI grows more capable, one uncomfortable truth becomes impossible to ignore. Millions of jobs are at risk. We're not talking about science fiction anymore. We're talking about customer service reps, delivery drivers, factory workers, and even white-collar professionals like radiologists and legal assistants. AI doesn't sleep, doesn't unionize, and improves every time it makes a mistake. It's not a question of if it will replace jobs, but how fast. Kai-Fu Lee warns that both China and the US face a looming crisis of employment. While these nations are racing to dominate AI, they may be sprinting toward a future where large swaths of the population are economically displaced. And it won't just be low-skilled labor. Middle-class, routine-heavy jobs are also in the line of fire. What happens when efficiency replaces empathy? When algorithms become better at tasks than humans, but worse at being human? This coming disruption demands more than just economic answers. It demands ethical ones. How do we preserve dignity and purpose in a world where machines outperform us? Lee doesn't just sound the alarm, he calls for compassion. He advocates for human-centered AI, new social safety nets, and a reevaluation of what we value in society. Because in the end, the AI revolution isn't about machines replacing people. It's about what kind of people we choose to become in response. In a world dominated by machines that can think, calculate, and predict better than any human, what's left for us? Kai-Fu Lee offers a powerful answer: love, creativity, empathy, and purpose. These are the things AI cannot replicate. Not because the algorithms aren't smart enough, but because they lack humanity. The future isn't just about efficiency. It's about rediscovering what makes us irreplaceable. The most valuable workers won't be those who outperform machines, but those who do what machines can't. Lee suggests that we must move toward a human-centered economy, one that values care work, education, and emotional labor as much as technological innovation. Teachers, nurses, therapists, artists, these roles will become more vital, not less. Not because AI can't enter these fields, but because people crave connection, not just convenience. The ability to listen, to comfort, to inspire. These will be the new superpowers in an automated world. This is the ultimate twist in the AI narrative. The deeper our machines evolve, the more we are challenged to evolve ourselves, not as coders or data scientists, but as humans. The AI race may be about algorithms and data on the surface, but underneath it all, it's a moral question. Will we choose to build a future driven by cold efficiency, or one that elevates the warmth of the human spirit? The battle for AI dominance isn't just a race between China, And Silicon Valley, it's a global arms race, with every nation trying to figure out how AI will shape their future. From Europe's strict data privacy laws to India's emerging AI tech industry, the world is divided in its approach. While China and the US forge ahead with massive investments, other nations are scrambling to either catch up or chart their own paths in the AI revolution. This is more than just a technological arms race, it's a geopolitical one, with profound implications for global power dynamics. For countries like China, AI represents a way to leapfrog traditional economic development. Rather than following the same industrialization path as the West, they can use AI to skip ahead, building smarter cities, more efficient factories, and next-gen healthcare systems. This gives China an economic advantage that could extend far beyond tech. The country's rapid AI growth positions it to redefine the global order, challenging the West's dominance not only in technology, but in international influence and power. Meanwhile, the US remains obsessed with maintaining its position as the global leader in innovation. Silicon Valley's strength lies in its creative ecosystem and its ability to nurture startups into world-changing companies. But as China moves faster, the question becomes, will the West continue to lead by virtue of its ideas, or will China's scale and execution win out? As Lee warns, this is not just about AI. It's about the kind of world order that will emerge from it, and who will shape the future of humanity. As we stand at the crossroads of the AI revolution, the question isn't just about who will lead, it's about how we, as a global society, choose to use this technology. Kai-Fu Lee emphasizes that AI is neither inherently good nor bad. It's a tool, a powerful one, capable of solving some of humanity's biggest challenges, from curing diseases to combating climate change. But its power also carries immense risk, especially if left unchecked. As we race toward a future driven by AI, we must actively shape how it's used, ensuring it serves the collective good. The future of AI will be determined not just by the companies and governments that drive its development, but by the people who demand accountability. If we want AI to empower society, not just corporations, we must push for regulations that protect privacy, promote fairness, and foster inclusion. Governments must step up to ensure that AI's benefits are distributed equitably, especially in an age where automation threatens to widen the wealth gap. We cannot afford to let AI become the tool of the few at the expense of the many. At the heart of this future is the need for a new type of leadership, one that combines technological expertise with ethical vision. The race for AI dominance isn't just about innovation, it's about wisdom. As we move forward, it's not enough to build smarter machines. We must become smarter humans, able to navigate the complex moral landscape that AI creates. The future of AI is a reflection of the values we choose to uphold. It's in our hands to steer it toward a future where technology and humanity thrive together. In the coming decades, the world will witness the emergence of a multipolar AI landscape. While the US and China will continue to dominate the development of cutting-edge technologies, other nations will play increasingly important roles as well. Europe, with its focus on ethical AI and privacy, may become the global standard-bearer for responsible AI. India, with its vast talent pool and rapidly growing tech sector, could become a major player in AI-driven services, particularly in industries like healthcare and education. This diverse, multipolar world of AI will reshape not just technology, but international relations. Kai-Fu Lee argues that the era of one dominant superpower controlling the global order is fading. Just as we no longer live in a world where a single country controls the economy, we will no longer live in a world where one country controls the future of AI. Instead, a more collaborative yet competitive global landscape will emerge. Different countries will bring different strengths to the table, each with its own approach to AI development. This will lead to more innovation, more diversity, and potentially more conflict, as countries navigate the opportunities and challenges of an AI-powered world. This new world order is both exciting and daunting. For the first time in history, AI offers the potential to democratize power, not just through the spread of knowledge and technology, but through the distribution of economic opportunity. However, with this power comes responsibility. The choices we make now, about how we regulate, build, and use AI, will determine whether this new world is one of cooperation and prosperity, or competition and inequality. The next chapter of human history will be written by how well we navigate this delicate balance. As AI continues to evolve, so too must our understanding of ethics. The immense power of artificial intelligence brings with it a profound responsibility, one that requires deep consideration of its moral implications. Kai-Fu Lee urges us to not only think about what AI can do, but what it should do. In a world where machines can predict behaviors, make decisions, and even influence opinions, we must ask, what values should guide the development of these technologies? The ethical challenges in AI aren't just about privacy or bias. They are also about the kind of world we want to live in. Should AI systems be programmed to prioritize human well-being, or should they simply optimize for efficiency and profit? Should we allow AI to make decisions in critical areas like healthcare, criminal justice, and finance? As we place more and more trust in AI systems, we must confront the fact that their decisions will affect real lives, and that these machines must be designed with fairness, transparency, and compassion in mind. AI is already shaping our social fabric, from the content we see on social media to the jobs we do. Its ability to influence every aspect of our lives means that we must act as stewards, ensuring that AI reflects our shared values rather than the interests of a few. By embedding ethical principles into the development of AI, we can ensure that these technologies serve humanity as a whole, fostering a future where innovation and compassion go hand in hand. In a world increasingly dominated by AI, it's easy to feel like humans are being left behind. The fear that machines will replace us in every aspect of our lives is very real. But Kai-Fu Lee offers an optimistic perspective. While AI can replicate many human functions, it cannot replicate the essence of being human. The future isn't about competing with machines. It's about enhancing what makes us human in the first place: our creativity, empathy, and emotional intelligence. As AI automates routine tasks and makes life more efficient, it frees up space for us to focus on what truly matters. For example, AI in healthcare can take over diagnostic work, leaving doctors more time to connect with patients and provide care. In education, AI can personalize learning at scale, while teachers focus on inspiring students and fostering critical thinking. The potential for human-AI collaboration is enormous, and it's this partnership that will allow us to thrive in the AI-powered world. The key to thriving in this new world is not to resist AI, but to use it to amplify our most human qualities. We must invest in the skills that AI cannot replicate: emotional intelligence, creativity, and the ability to connect with others. As the world changes, we have the opportunity to redefine what it means to be successful, not by how much we can do faster than a machine, but by how well we can bring humanity to the forefront of an increasingly automated world. The AI revolution isn't just coming, it's already here. As companies, governments, and individuals prepare for the future, it's clear that AI will fundamentally alter every industry and aspect of life. But preparing for this future isn't just about mastering new technologies. It's about reshaping how we think about work, education, and even our sense of purpose. Kai-Fu Lee emphasizes that the key to thriving in an AI-driven world is adaptability, the ability to learn, unlearn, and relearn. The workforce of tomorrow will be vastly different from today's. As routine jobs are automated, people will need to focus on developing uniquely human skills: creativity, problem-solving, and emotional intelligence. This requires rethinking education systems worldwide. We need to foster an environment where students are taught not just technical skills, but also how to think critically, collaborate, and innovate. The emphasis must shift from memorization to cultivating the qualities that machines cannot replicate. At the same time, governments must step up to support those displaced by AI. Kai-Fu Lee suggests that we must build safety nets that ensure everyone benefits from AI's advancement, not just the tech elite. This includes universal basic income, retraining programs, and policies that promote inclusivity and fairness. Only with a collective effort can we ensure that the AI revolution doesn't leave anyone behind, and that it contributes to a more equitable and prosperous future for all. Innovation is the driving force behind the rapid development of AI. But it's not just about technological breakthroughs. The real power of AI lies in its potential to drive change across all facets of society. Kai-Fu Lee argues that the future of AI will be defined not only by its capabilities, but by how we choose to apply it. Whether it's revolutionizing healthcare, addressing climate change, or transforming education, AI's potential as a tool for positive change is immense. But harnessing this potential requires intentional, thoughtful action from innovators and policymakers alike. Silicon Valley's approach to innovation has always been focused on disrupting the status quo and pushing the boundaries of what's possible. Yet, as AI becomes more ubiquitous, the focus is shifting from sheer technological capability to responsible, purposeful innovation. The true challenge now is not simply to create smarter machines, but to use AI to address some of humanity's most pressing problems. For example, AI can help tackle climate change by optimizing energy use or predicting natural disasters. It can transform education by offering personalized learning at scale, ensuring that no student is left behind. But for innovation to lead to meaningful change, we need a collective vision. China's ability to execute large-scale AI projects is impressive, but it also raises important ethical questions about surveillance, privacy, and control. The US, with its entrepreneurial spirit, can push the boundaries of creativity, but it must do so responsibly, balancing innovation with societal values. As the world moves forward, it is the collaboration of ideas, resources, and expertise from all nations that will determine whether AI serves as a force for good or becomes a tool of division and inequality. As AI continues to reshape the workforce, the divide between countries and their readiness to adapt to these changes will become more pronounced. Li highlights how nations like China, which have invested heavily in AI, are positioning themselves for dominance in industries such as manufacturing, healthcare, and finance. Meanwhile, in Silicon Valley, the focus remains on cutting-edge innovation in AI research and development. But no matter where they are located, workers across the globe will face similar challenges. How to adapt to a world where automation and AI systems take over an increasing number of tasks. One of the most pressing issues for the global workforce will be the need for retraining and reskilling. Li believes that the future of work will rely heavily on workers' ability to continuously learn and evolve. This is particularly true for sectors where traditional roles are being replaced by AI-powered solutions. People will need to find ways to not only leverage AI in their daily work, but to cultivate skills that machines can't replicate, such as creativity, emotional intelligence, and complex problem-solving. Those who cannot adapt will be left behind, highlighting the importance of creating systems to help workers transition into new roles. However, the transition won't be easy, especially for workers in industries most susceptible to automation. Governments and corporations must invest in programs that ensure workers are supported during these times of rapid change. This means creating retraining initiatives, providing job security, and ensuring fair compensation for workers who lose their jobs to AI systems. The challenge lies in making sure that the benefits of AI are shared across society, not just concentrated in the hands of a few. This is the defining question for the future of the workforce. Can we create a world where AI empowers everyone, not just the elites? As AI rapidly evolves, a new kind of inequality is emerging, not just between rich and poor, but between nations, industries, and even generations. Kai-Fu Lee warns that AI's progress could widen the global wealth gap, with countries and companies that master AI technologies reaping massive economic benefits, while those left behind face increasing hardship. China's aggressive AI strategy, paired with its massive data infrastructure, positions it to potentially dominate key sectors like e-commerce, finance, and healthcare. Meanwhile, in the West, AI development is concentrated in the hands of a few tech giants, exacerbating power imbalances on a global scale. The AI divide isn't just about access to technology. It's also about access to the skills and knowledge needed to thrive in an AI-powered world. As AI technologies advance, traditional industries that rely on manual labor or routine tasks are being displaced by machines. Workers without the skills to adapt to this new landscape will face unemployment and economic hardship. Meanwhile, those with the right skills, like software engineers, data scientists, and AI specialists, will continue to thrive. This growing divide will create a significant challenge for governments to address, as they must find ways to ensure that all citizens have the opportunity to adapt and succeed. Lee stresses the importance of building inclusive policies that address this inequality. As AI reshapes economies, we need to ensure that the benefits of automation are distributed equitably. This includes investing in education systems that prepare the next generation for an AI-driven world, as well as creating safety nets for those affected by automation. If not managed correctly, AI could deepen existing inequalities and create a world where only the few benefit while the many struggle to survive. Looking ahead, the future of AI presents both tremendous opportunity and immense responsibility. Kai-Fu Lee emphasizes that as we stand on the precipice of the AI revolution, it is crucial for all of us, governments, corporations, and individuals alike, to take responsibility for the direction in which AI develops. This isn't just about creating better technology or more advanced systems. It's about deciding what kind of future we want to build and how we want AI to shape our society. The choices we make today will resonate through future generations, impacting everything from our economies to our relationships and our sense of self. The key to ensuring that AI serves humanity rather than undermines it lies in collaboration. No one country, company, or individual can single-handedly solve the challenges posed by AI. We must come together as a global community to develop ethical frameworks, regulatory policies, and cooperative efforts that ensure AI is used for the common good. While competition in AI development will continue, the future will depend on how well we manage these technologies and ensure that they are applied in ways that benefit all of humanity, not just a select few. As we move forward, it is imperative that we prioritize the human elements that make our world worth living in. Technology must not just be about efficiency or profit. It must serve to improve lives, build community, and foster deeper connections. By aligning our values with our innovations, we can create a future where AI doesn't replace us, but empowers us. The responsibility to shape this future rests with all of us, and it's up to us to ensure that AI enhances our world rather than diminishes it. At the core of the AI revolution lies a fundamental shift in how we view technology. For too long, we've seen machines as competitors, something to be feared or resisted. But Kai-Fu Lee advocates for a more optimistic view of AI, one in which it becomes a partner, not an adversary. AI is a tool that can help us accomplish tasks faster, smarter, and more efficiently. But its true power lies in its ability to complement human creativity and intelligence. Instead of worrying about AI replacing us, we should focus on how we can work alongside it, combining the best of both human and machine capabilities. In industries like healthcare, AI can be a game changer, enabling doctors to diagnose diseases more accurately and identify treatments faster. In education, AI can tailor learning experiences to individual students, ensuring that no one is left behind. In creative fields, AI can assist artists, writers, and musicians by generating ideas or automating routine tasks, allowing them to focus on the creative aspects of their work. In all of these examples, AI isn't replacing humans. It's enhancing human abilities, enabling us to achieve more than we could on our own. However, embracing this human-AI partnership requires a shift in mindset. We must evolve from seeing AI as a replacement to viewing it as an enabler. This means fostering a culture that values collaboration between human ingenuity and machine learning. It also requires developing policies and strategies that ensure this partnership benefits everyone, not just the technocrats. By focusing on how we can use AI to amplify human potential, we can create a future where machines and humans work together to build a better world. The future of AI is uncertain, and while its potential is enormous, it's not without risks. As we stand at this crossroads, Kai-Fu Lee urges us to approach AI's development with a sense of humility and caution. AI technologies can bring immense benefits, but they also present significant challenges that must be carefully managed. The road ahead will not be easy, and there will be difficult decisions to make. Decisions about how AI should be regulated, who should control it, and how to ensure its benefits are distributed equitably across society. The global community must work together to ensure that AI is developed in a way that reflects our shared values and prioritizes the well-being of all people. One of the biggest concerns is the rapid pace at which AI is advancing. With its potential to disrupt entire industries and job markets, AI could create an era of unprecedented change, and those who fail to adapt may be left behind. For governments, companies, and individuals alike, this means embracing lifelong learning and staying flexible in the face of change. We must be proactive in preparing for the inevitable disruptions that AI will bring, ensuring that people are equipped with the skills, knowledge, and resources to navigate this shifting landscape. Ultimately, the future of AI will depend on the decisions we make today. If we approach the AI revolution with foresight, collaboration, and a commitment to ethical principles, We can create a world where AI enhances human potential and improves quality of life for all. But if we allow the forces of unchecked competition and profit-driven motives to dictate the development of AI, we risk creating a world of inequality, surveillance, and loss of human agency. The choice is ours, and the path forward will shape the world for generations to come. The race to dominate AI is no longer a battle confined to Silicon Valley or Beijing. It is a global contest with profound implications for the future of humanity. Kai-Fu Lee argues that AI is quickly becoming the new frontier of international competition, with countries like China and the United States vying for supremacy. However, this race isn't just about technological prowess. It's also about control over data, talent, and resources. In this new world order, the country that masters AI first will hold a significant advantage in shaping the global economy, influencing geopolitics, and determining the future of innovation. In China, the government has made AI a top priority, leveraging its vast data resources and centralized decision-making capabilities to accelerate its development. The country's aggressive AI strategy allows it to deploy large-scale AI projects at a rapid pace, with the potential to disrupt entire industries. Meanwhile, in the US, AI innovation is largely driven by private companies like Google, Apple, and Microsoft, each with their own unique approach to advancing the technology. While Silicon Valley's decentralized innovation ecosystem fosters creativity and competition, it also raises concerns about monopolistic control and the ethical implications of unregulated AI development. While the competition between China and the US for AI dominance is intense, Kai-Fu Lee stresses that it's crucial for the global community to avoid a zero-sum mentality. Instead of seeing AI as a tool for national superiority, we must recognize its potential to bring about collective global benefits. The future of AI doesn't have to be defined by rivalry and division. It can be a force for cooperation and shared progress. The real challenge lies not in defeating one another, but in finding ways to collaborate and ensure that AI benefits humanity as a whole. As AI technologies continue to evolve at an unprecedented pace, they raise serious ethical questions that cannot be ignored. Kai-Fu Lee highlights the dilemma of balancing innovation with moral responsibility. AI's ability to analyze vast amounts of data and make decisions autonomously presents profound ethical challenges, especially when it comes to issues like privacy, surveillance, and bias. The very systems that have the potential to improve our lives also have the potential to infringe upon personal freedoms, exploit vulnerabilities, and reinforce inequalities. As AI moves into areas such as law enforcement, healthcare, and finance, we must confront the moral implications of how these systems are designed, deployed, and regulated. One of the most pressing ethical concerns is the question of accountability. If an AI system makes a decision that causes harm, who is responsible? Is it the developer, the company that owns the technology, or the government that regulates it? These questions become even more complicated as AI systems become more autonomous, capable of learning and adapting without human intervention. For AI to be a force for good, we need robust ethical frameworks that guide its development and use. This means not only setting regulations, but also cultivating a deep understanding of the social and moral consequences of AI in our everyday lives. Kai-Fu Lee stresses that the responsibility for ethical AI development lies with all of us. Governments, corporations, researchers, and individuals must collaborate to create standards that promote fairness, transparency, and accountability. Ethical considerations must be woven into every stage of AI development, from design to implementation to oversight. If we fail to address these ethical dilemmas, we risk creating AI systems that perpetuate harmful biases, invade privacy, and undermine trust in technology. The future of AI depends not just on technological advancements, but on our ability to navigate the moral complexities of a rapidly changing world. In the midst of the AI revolution, it's easy to lose sight of what truly makes us human. As machines become more advanced, there is a growing fear that our humanity will be overshadowed by technology. Kai-Fu Lee reminds us that AI, despite its extraordinary capabilities, is fundamentally different from human intelligence. While AI can excel in tasks that involve data processing and pattern recognition, it lacks the emotional intelligence, creativity, and empathy that are core to our identity as humans. These uniquely human qualities are what allow us to connect with others, solve complex problems in innovative ways, and experience the world in all its depth. Rather than viewing AI as a threat to human existence, we should see it as an opportunity to elevate what makes us truly unique. Instead of competing with machines, we can focus on cultivating the very traits that AI cannot replicate. This means prioritizing creativity, emotional intelligence, and critical thinking, skills that enable us to navigate complex social and ethical challenges. AI can help us become more efficient in many areas, but it cannot replace our ability to form deep, meaningful connections or to envision a future based on shared values. The future, as Kai-Fu Lee suggests, is not about AI replacing humanity, but about finding ways to integrate AI into our lives in a way that enhances our human experience. To preserve the human element in an increasingly automated world, we must ensure that education and work evolve alongside technology. We need to build systems that nurture the skills and traits that are essential to our humanity. Things like empathy, creativity, and social understanding. These are the qualities that will allow us to collaborate with AI, rather than be replaced by it. As we move into an AI-powered future, our focus should be on fostering a deeper connection to what it means to be human, ensuring that as technology advances, we continue to thrive as individuals and communities. As the AI revolution unfolds, its potential to address some of the world's most pressing challenges becomes increasingly apparent. Kai-Fu Lee emphasizes that AI could play a transformative role in solving global problems such as climate change, healthcare, and poverty. AI's ability to analyze massive datasets and simulate complex systems could help us predict climate patterns more accurately, optimize energy consumption, and create sustainable solutions. In healthcare, AI can assist in drug discovery, personalized medicine, and improving the efficiency of medical services. With AI's power to drive innovation, the hope is that it will be used not only to advance the economy, but also to create solutions that benefit society as a whole. However, these advancements come with their own set of challenges. Lee stresses that as AI becomes more integrated into global efforts to solve these issues, we must ensure that it is used ethically and responsibly. There is a risk that AI could be applied in ways that exacerbate inequality or reinforce existing power structures. To maximize AI's positive impact, we must be proactive in shaping its development through global cooperation, regulation, and transparency. This will require governments, corporations, and organizations around the world to work together in building an AI-driven future that prioritizes human well-being and sustainability. The role of AI in solving global challenges represents a new frontier in human ingenuity. As Lee points out, we have the opportunity to harness AI to improve lives on a massive scale, from eradicating diseases to mitigating the effects of climate change. The path forward requires us to think beyond national borders and prioritize the collective good. The real question is, can we ensure that AI remains a force for positive change and doesn't become a tool for furthering division and exploitation? The answer will depend on our willingness to collaborate and navigate the complexities of this new world order. As AI and automation continue to transform industries, one of the biggest questions on everyone's mind is, what will the future of work look like? Kai-Fu Lee acknowledges that AI will disrupt traditional jobs, but he also sees this as an opportunity for reinvention. While many routine tasks and manual labor roles may be replaced by machines, new types of jobs will emerge. Jobs that require human ingenuity, creativity, and emotional intelligence. The challenge is ensuring that workers are equipped with the skills to succeed in this new job landscape. This is where education, retraining, and lifelong learning become crucial, as they will be key to helping workers transition into roles that AI cannot fill. The nature of work will evolve as AI takes over more repetitive and data-heavy tasks. People will no longer be defined by the tasks they perform, but by their ability to collaborate with machines and solve complex problems. For instance, while AI may handle data analysis or process optimization, humans will focus on higher-order tasks such as strategic decision-making, creativity, and leadership. In fields like healthcare, education, and the arts, the human touch will remain indispensable. Rather than fearing the loss of jobs to AI, we should focus on how we can use AI to elevate human potential and enable us to contribute in new and meaningful ways. However, for this new era of work to be successful, society must address the challenges that come with it. Governments and corporations will need to work together to create safety nets for those displaced by automation, provide opportunities for retraining, and foster inclusive policies that ensure all individuals have access to the tools and resources they need to thrive in an AI-driven economy. The future of work is not just about technology. It's about how we adapt to it and ensure that everyone has a fair chance to succeed in a rapidly changing world. One of the most pressing issues in the race for AI supremacy is the growing global divide between countries that are leading in AI development and those that are falling behind. Kai-Fu Lee points out that while countries like China and the United States are at the forefront of AI innovation, much of the rest of the world risks being left behind. This technological gap is not just about access to AI technologies. It's about the ability to develop, apply, and regulate these technologies in ways that benefit local communities. If we do not address this divide, we could see a future where the benefits of AI are concentrated in a few powerful nations, leaving others at a disadvantage. To bridge this gap, Lee emphasizes the need for global cooperation and knowledge sharing. While competition in AI development will continue, it's essential that countries collaborate on the ethical, social, and economic implications of AI. This collaboration can take the form of shared research, international policies, and a focus on inclusivity in AI development, ensuring that countries across the world have the resources and knowledge to develop AI responsibly will help create a more equitable global landscape. AI should not be seen as a tool for domination, but rather as a means to uplift humanity as a whole. The future of AI, Lee argues, will depend on our ability to create a global framework that promotes fairness, equality, and shared prosperity. It is not enough for a few countries to lead the way. The global community must ensure that AI's potential is harnessed to address challenges in healthcare, education, and economic development across the world. If we are able to bridge the AI gap and foster international collaboration, AI can become a powerful tool for global good, helping to solve humanity's most pressing problems and creating opportunities for people everywhere. The development and deployment of AI are deeply influenced by the leaders who steer the course of technology. Kai-Fu Lee highlights the critical role of leadership in shaping the future of AI. In both China and the United States, strong and visionary leaders have driven the AI revolution forward. These leaders are not only focused on technological advancements, but also on the broader societal implications of AI. The way AI is developed, regulated, and integrated into society will largely be determined by the decisions made by political, corporate, and academic leaders. Thus, leadership in AI is not only about being at the forefront of innovation, but also about being responsible stewards of its ethical and societal impacts. Lee stresses that leadership in AI should be informed by both technical expertise and a deep understanding of its human and social dimensions. AI is not merely a tool for economic growth. It has the power to reshape society, culture, and global relations. Therefore, it is essential for leaders to be equipped with the knowledge to navigate the complexities of AI. These leaders must consider the ethical, economic, and geopolitical consequences of AI, ensuring that its benefits are distributed equitably and that its risks are minimized. In this sense, leadership in AI must be holistic, combining technical insight with moral foresight. The future of AI will be shaped by the leaders who are able to balance innovation with ethical responsibility. Whether in the private sector, government, or academia, the individuals and organizations who lead the charge in AI development will set the tone for the future of this technology. As Lee notes, it's not enough to just push for technological advancement. Leaders must ensure that AI is developed in ways that serve the public good. By creating a leadership framework that prioritizes human well-being, inclusivity, and global cooperation, we can ensure that AI becomes a force for positive change in the world. As we look ahead to the future, Kai-Fu Lee challenges us to think deeply about what it means to live in an AI-driven world. He argues that AI is not a distant, abstract technology. It is already here, and its impact will continue to grow in the coming decades. The question, then, is not whether AI will change our world, but how we will adapt to this change. Lee emphasizes that we must move beyond fear and embrace the possibilities that AI presents. While the disruption caused by AI is inevitable, it offers us a unique opportunity to reimagine what it means to be human in a world increasingly shaped by machines. Rather than seeing AI as a force that will erode our identity or autonomy, we should see it as a tool that can enhance human life. As AI takes over more repetitive and mechanical tasks, we will have the chance to focus on the qualities that make us uniquely human: creativity, empathy, and the ability to connect with others. Lee suggests that AI could free us from the constraints of traditional work and allow us to pursue more meaningful, fulfilling lives. By embracing this new era, we can shift our focus from surviving in an AI-driven world to thriving within it, leveraging technology to amplify our human potential. The future of humanity, according to Lee, is not one where AI replaces us, but one where we coexist with AI in a symbiotic relationship. To make this vision a reality, we must work together, governments, businesses, and individuals, to shape the development and use of AI in ways that reflect our shared values and priorities. The ultimate goal should be to create a world where AI contributes to the common good, improves the quality of life for all, and allows humanity to reach its highest potential. This requires us to approach the future of AI with optimism, foresight, and an unwavering commitment to human dignity. As we stand on the brink of an AI-powered future, Kai-Fu Lee offers a powerful message. The road ahead is both challenging and full of promise. While AI has the potential to solve some of the world's most pressing issues, we must proceed with caution and intentionality. The rapid pace of technological advancement means that decisions made today will have far-reaching consequences. It's easy to become swept up in the excitement of new possibilities, but Lee emphasizes the importance of thoughtful, measured approaches to AI development. We must not only consider what AI can do, but also how it will affect society, ethics, and the global balance of power. Lee suggests that the future of AI will require collaboration among nations, industries, and communities. While competition will inevitably drive innovation, it is crucial that we build a shared global vision for how AI can be harnessed for the greater good. This requires overcoming nationalistic tendencies and focusing on collective progress. AI should be seen as a tool that transcends borders, one that can unite people across the globe to tackle common challenges like climate change, healthcare, and economic inequality. By fostering global cooperation, we can ensure that AI is not just a driver of economic growth, but a catalyst for positive change on a global scale. Ultimately, Lee encourages us to embrace AI with both optimism and caution. The challenges ahead are significant, but so are the opportunities. If we approach AI with a sense of responsibility and a focus on the long-term implications, we can steer this powerful technology in ways that benefit humanity as a whole. The future of AI is not predetermined. It will be shaped by the choices we make today. As we move forward, we must ensure that AI becomes a force for good, guiding us toward a future where technology enhances human life, rather than diminishing it. One of the most compelling aspects of AI, as Kai-Fu Lee points out, is its ability to drive innovation in areas that matter most to society. While much of the discourse around AI focuses on its potential for economic disruption, it's also crucial to recognize AI's power to drive social change. AI has already been applied in groundbreaking ways in healthcare, education, and environmental protection, showing its ability to solve some of humanity's greatest challenges. By harnessing the power of AI for social good, we can not only create new markets and industries, but also address critical issues such as disease, poverty, and inequality. Lee highlights that for AI to fulfill its promise in solving social problems, we need to move beyond the narrow confines of profit-driven innovation. AI must be developed with the intention of serving the public interest. This means ensuring that the benefits of AI are accessible to everyone, not just those in positions of power or privilege. By aligning the development of AI with broader societal goals, such as improving public health, education, and access to opportunity, we can create a world where technology is used to level the playing field and promote social justice. This requires a commitment to ethical AI development with strong governance and transparent practices. The key to unlocking the full potential of AI for social good is collaboration. Governments, nonprofits, businesses, and academic institutions all have a role to play in ensuring that AI is deployed responsibly and effectively. It will require cross-sector partnerships and a willingness to share knowledge and resources. Lee stresses that this collaborative approach will be essential if we are to create solutions that benefit everyone. If we work together, AI can be a powerful tool for positive social change, transforming industries, improving lives, and fostering a more equitable and sustainable world. In the global arena, AI is reshaping the balance of power between nations. Kai-Fu Lee underscores how the race for AI dominance will determine the geopolitical landscape in the 21st century. Much like the race for nuclear power during the Cold War, AI is becoming the key determinant of global influence and economic power. The nations that lead in AI research and application, primarily the United States and China, will not only shape the future of technology, but also hold significant sway over global policies and the direction of world economies. As AI continues to advance, it will become an even more powerful tool for asserting dominance, both militarily and economically. However, Lee also warns that this competition could lead to new forms of conflict, as nations vie for control over the most advanced AI technologies. The risks of an AI arms race are real, with countries focusing on AI capabilities for military superiority, surveillance, and control. To avoid these dangers, Lee advocates for international cooperation and the creation of global norms that govern the development and use of AI. He suggests that AI could either serve as a bridge for cooperation or a wedge that deepens global divides. It is up to the leaders of the world to decide whether AI will be a tool for peace or conflict. The future of global power in an AI-driven world will depend on how nations approach the ethical and strategic challenges that come with it. Lee envisions a world where global leadership is not solely defined by military might or economic dominance, but by the ability to use AI responsibly and collaboratively for the common good. The countries that can balance innovation with ethical considerations, competition with cooperation, will be the ones who not only thrive in the age of AI, but also help create a more stable and prosperous global order. As AI continues to evolve, Kai-Fu Lee stresses the importance of AI ethics and the responsibility that innovators and leaders have in shaping the future of this technology. While AI promises tremendous benefits, it also presents complex moral dilemmas. Issues such as privacy, data security, and algorithmic bias are central to the ongoing debate about AI's role in society. Lee argues that it is essential for developers, policymakers, and businesses to create frameworks that address these ethical concerns. Without a strong ethical foundation, AI could exacerbate social inequalities, undermine privacy, or reinforce harmful biases. To build trust in AI, Lee calls for transparency in AI systems. This includes making AI's decision-making processes more understandable and accountable to the public. Ethical AI development requires collaboration between technologists, ethicists, and the public to ensure that AI is used responsibly. Furthermore, AI's deployment must be regulated to prevent it from being misused by individuals, corporations, or governments for malicious purposes. The future of AI, Lee argues, must not only focus on technological advancements, but also consider its social and ethical implications, ensuring that innovation serves humanity in an equitable and just manner. The ultimate goal, according to Lee, is to create AI that is aligned with human values. This means developing AI systems that reflect the ethical principles we hold dear, such as fairness, justice, and respect for individual rights. It also requires a deep commitment to making AI accessible and beneficial to all people, not just a select few. Innovators in AI have a moral responsibility to ensure that the technology is used for good, and that its impact on society is positive. As we continue to push the boundaries of what AI can achieve, we must do so with a strong sense of ethical duty, keeping human well-being at the forefront of all decisions. While much of the conversation surrounding AI is focused on its global and societal implications, Kai-Fu Lee also brings attention to how AI will directly affect individuals on a personal level. The rise of AI will have a profound impact on the way we live and work, from our daily routines to the skills we need to thrive in a rapidly changing job market. Lee highlights the importance of adapting to these changes by embracing lifelong learning and developing skills that AI cannot easily replicate, such as creativity, emotional intelligence, and critical thinking. The challenge for individuals will be finding ways to stay relevant and valuable in a world where machines perform an increasing range of tasks. AI's influence will also reshape personal privacy and autonomy. As more personal data is collected, stored, and analyzed, individuals will need to navigate the new realities of living in an interconnected world where AI systems know more about us than ever before. Lee emphasizes that it's crucial for people to become more aware of their digital footprints and understand how their data is used. In this new era, it will be essential for individuals to take control of their privacy and engage in discussions about how data is collected, used, and protected. The future of personal autonomy will depend on how well we manage the ethical and privacy concerns surrounding AI. Finally, Li points out that AI's potential to create a more connected world could lead to greater opportunities for individuals. AI can break down geographical, cultural, and economic barriers, enabling people to access resources, education, and opportunities that were previously out of reach. This democratization of technology can empower people across the globe, creating new avenues for personal and professional growth. However, this potential will only be realized if we actively work to ensure that AI serves the interests of individuals and communities, helping to create a more inclusive and equitable world for everyone. As the competition between China and the United States intensifies in the race for AI supremacy, one of the key factors that will determine the future of AI is the battle for talent. Kai-Fu Lee discusses how both nations are fiercely competing to attract the best minds in AI, with governments, corporations, and universities all vying for top-tier researchers and innovators. Silicon Valley, long considered the global leader in technology and innovation, faces increasing pressure from China, which has made significant investments in AI education, research, and infrastructure. As a result, talent mobility and international collaboration will play a crucial role in shaping the future of AI. The demand for AI talent is so high that it has led to a global talent war, with top AI researchers and engineers being courted by companies in both the US and China. In this environment, individuals with expertise in AI are in an extraordinarily powerful position, as their skills are highly sought after and can lead to lucrative opportunities. However, this talent war also raises questions about the ethics of recruiting and retaining top AI talent, especially when it comes to issues of intellectual property, national security, and global collaboration. Lee highlights the importance of creating an environment where talent can flow freely, fostering innovation while also ensuring that the development of AI is done responsibly and with consideration for its broader societal impact. Despite the competition, Lee emphasizes that international collaboration is key to advancing AI in a way that benefits humanity as a whole. While both China and Silicon Valley are competing to dominate the field, they must also find ways to work together to address global challenges such as climate change, disease, and inequality. The AI talent war may drive rapid advancements, but it is through global cooperation and the sharing of knowledge that the true potential of AI can be realized. The future of AI is not about one nation or one company winning the race. It is about harnessing collective talent and expertise to build a better, more connected world. Kai-Fu Lee takes an in-depth look at China's ambitious approach to AI and how it is rapidly closing the technological gap between itself and the United States. China's government has recognized the transformative potential of AI and is investing heavily in AI research and development. Unlike Silicon Valley's more decentralized approach, China's government plays a central role in directing AI innovation, creating policies and incentives that foster rapid growth. This top-down model allows China to make bold, strategic moves in AI development, positioning itself as a global leader in the field. In just a few years, China has made remarkable strides in AI applications such as facial recognition, autonomous vehicles, and AI-powered healthcare. However, Lee also highlights the challenges that come with China's AI rise. The country's model, while effective in driving rapid progress, is not without its risks. The focus on surveillance, censorship, and control over information has raised concerns about the ethical implications of AI development in China. Lee cautions that while China's AI success is undeniable, the use of AI for social control and surveillance could have long-term consequences for personal freedoms and global norms. The balance between innovation and ethical considerations will be critical as China continues to push the boundaries of AI technology. Despite these challenges, Lee acknowledges that China's rapid progress in AI is something that the rest of the world cannot ignore. China's vast data resources, combined with its robust AI infrastructure, give it a unique advantage in developing cutting-edge technologies. As the world's most populous country, China's ability to leverage data at an unprecedented scale could give it a decisive edge in the global AI race. Lee emphasizes that understanding China's approach to AI is crucial for anyone interested in the future of this technology, as it will have profound implications for global economics, politics, and security. In contrast to China's centralized approach to AI, Silicon Valley's strength lies in its decentralized and innovation-driven ecosystem. Kai-Fu Lee points out that Silicon Valley is a hub of creativity and entrepreneurship, where a diverse range of ideas and perspectives converge. The free-flowing exchange of information, ideas, and capital has fostered an environment where innovation thrives. Companies in Silicon Valley have been at the forefront of AI breakthroughs, from machine learning algorithms to the development of autonomous systems. The region's venture capital model also plays a critical role, providing the funding needed to turn groundbreaking ideas into marketable products. However, Silicon Valley is not without its challenges. One key issue is the lack of coordination between various entities, including startups, established companies, and the government. This fragmented approach can sometimes slow down progress, as it leads to inefficiencies and a lack of unified strategy. While the freedom to innovate is a significant advantage, it also means that companies often compete against each other, rather than collaborating toward a shared vision. Lee suggests that while the spirit of competition drives innovation, there is a growing need for more cooperation, both within Silicon Valley and globally, to address the larger challenges that AI presents. Despite these challenges, Lee remains optimistic about Silicon Valley's ability to maintain its leadership in AI. The region's unmatched culture of innovation, combined with its access to top-tier talent and capital, will likely ensure that Silicon Valley continues to be a driving force in the AI revolution. However, Lee emphasizes that in order to remain competitive in the global AI race, Silicon Valley must find ways to evolve, collaborate, and adapt to the rapidly changing technological landscape. The key to Silicon Valley's future success in AI will be its ability to balance its competitive spirit with a more cooperative and strategic approach to global challenges. Kai-Fu Lee emphasizes that in the age of AI, data is the most valuable asset, surpassing even traditional resources like oil. The abundance of data available in today's world allows AI systems to learn, adapt, and become more accurate. Lee discusses how China, in particular, has leveraged its vast population and widespread internet usage to gather immense amounts of data, which it uses to train AI models and improve algorithms. This data advantage gives China a distinct edge in developing AI technologies, as the more data an AI system has access to, the better it becomes at making predictions and solving problems. However, Lee also points out that the value of data is not just in its quantity, but in how it is used. Data privacy and security are major concerns, and as AI systems become more ingrained in everyday life, individuals must be more conscious of how their personal information is collected and used. Lee stresses the importance of creating ethical guidelines for data collection and usage to prevent exploitation and ensure that AI serves the interests of society. Governments, businesses, and individuals must collaborate to protect privacy while still enabling the progress of AI. The power of data extends beyond just the development of AI. It also influences the future of industries, economies, and global power dynamics. In this new world, access to data will be a determining factor in who controls the future of AI. Lee envisions a world where the nations and companies that can effectively harness and protect data will have the upper hand in shaping the global economy and political landscape. Data will not only drive AI development, but will also become a central pillar of geopolitical power in the years to come. One of the most pressing questions surrounding AI is how it will impact the workforce. Kai-Fu Lee delves into the transformative effects AI will have on jobs and employment across the globe. While AI promises to enhance productivity and create new industries, it also presents the challenge of replacing certain jobs, especially those that involve repetitive tasks or basic decision-making. Lee anticipates that many workers in traditional sectors will find themselves displaced by AI technologies, especially in fields like manufacturing, retail, and transportation. However, he also sees an opportunity for new types of jobs to emerge, jobs that require uniquely human traits, such as creativity, empathy, and emotional intelligence, which AI cannot replicate. To prepare for this shift, Lee emphasizes the importance of reskilling and lifelong learning. In an AI-driven economy, the most valuable employees will be those who can adapt to new technologies and take on roles that require critical thinking, complex problem-solving, and interpersonal skills. Lee advocates for educational systems and policies that foster continuous learning and skill development, ensuring that workers are equipped to thrive in a rapidly changing job market. He argues that societies that prioritize education and invest in workforce adaptation will be better positioned to harness the benefits of AI without leaving large segments of the population behind. Lee also discusses the broader implications of AI for global income inequality. While AI can generate tremendous wealth, it also risks concentrating that wealth in the hands of a few, particularly those who own the AI technologies and data. To address this, Lee calls for policies that ensure the benefits of AI are more evenly distributed. This includes ensuring access to education, promoting fair wages, and creating safety nets for those whose jobs are displaced by AI. Ultimately, the future of work will require a balance between technological progress and social equity, ensuring that AI serves as a tool for collective prosperity rather than deepening existing inequalities. The story of AI is no longer confined to the walls of Silicon Valley labs or the bustling tech hubs of Beijing. It has become a global narrative, one that threads through the decisions of governments, the ambitions of entrepreneurs, and the hopes of everyday people. Kai-Fu Lee emphasizes that this isn't a zero-sum game between East and West. It's a collective chapter in human history where cooperation is more critical than dominance. To navigate this future, we must build bridges, not walls. Bridges of knowledge, regulation, and shared ethical principles. China and the US may be at the forefront, but the implications of AI stretch to every continent. How we educate our youth, train our workforce, and protect our most vulnerable will define whether AI becomes a universal liberator or an amplifier of inequality. Kai-Fu Lee ends with a message of unity. He envisions a world where AI doesn't divide us, but draws us closer together. Where nations don't just race, but rise together. In this shared destiny, there is space for every voice, every culture, and every dream. The future isn't written by one superpower, it's co-authored by all of humanity. As we reach the end of this journey through AI superpowers, one thing becomes clear. Artificial intelligence is not just a tool, it is a mirror. A mirror that reflects our ambitions, fears, values, and the very nature of humanity. Whether AI leads us into an age of prosperity or plunges us into a crisis of identity depends on the choices we make today. Kai-Fu Lee challenges us not only to marvel at the technological feats, but to question, what kind of future are we building? It's no longer just a competition between China and Silicon Valley. It's a global story, one that calls for collaboration, compassion, and conscious design. We must shape AI with ethics, not ego. With empathy, not just efficiency. With humanity at the center, not as an afterthought. The real superpower isn't AI, it's our ability to choose how we use it. So, as algorithms evolve and machines learn, we must also grow, not just in knowledge, but in wisdom. Because the future of AI is not written in code, it is written in the human heart. This is our era of transformation, and the story of AI is ultimately the story of us.